Hey, this is Eddie Harrington with the Harrington Law Firm. And at the Harrington Law Firm, we're more than just lawyers on billboards and in commercials. We're your neighbors, we're your friends, we're in your community. And we love places like this. This is St. Denis in Natchitoches, St. Denis Street. And St. Denis Street has all kind of awesome shops on it. We're gonna get to all those in our video series eventually. And today, we're gonna show you Laughin' Sam's. Hey, we're at Laughin' Sam's, and this is Mike of Laughin' Sam's. So, what's up with the Laughin' Sam's?
Well, Laughing Sam's is, if you're a music fanatic, like a lot of us in this town, you know, we've got a little bit of everything here. We've got records, we've got tapes, we've got CDs, we've got 8-tracks, we've got memorabilia, we've got posters. And it's just the joy and the celebration of music. And those people that are really into it, whether it be a casual fan or somebody that's hardcore collector, we got a little bit for everybody.
Yeah, you do.
Here.
Now, where did you come up with the name Laughin' Sam's?
Well, I'm a big Jimi Hendrix fan. So there was a song he put out called The Stars That Play with Laughing Sam's Dice. And nobody really knew much about it. And when I was a kid, I was also in the Old West. So I used to read a lot of stories. And one of the characters of the Old West was a guy named Laughing Sam Carey, who we have on the poster. So I kind of combined them both and just kind of put it all together. A buddy of mine named Jimmy Tansel, he's a art professor at University of Lafayette. He's like, I got an idea. So he went ahead, put it together and showed it to me. He's like, that is perfect. And this is actually based off of an old Muddy Waters poster from the late 60s at the Fillmore. So kind of used that as the, you know, the genesis of the idea and stuff, and kind of came up with that. So Sam's been our figurehead since we started.
And when was that?
I started initially in Kenner, Louisiana. It was during the pandemic. I was in the restaurant business. I was in the restaurant business for about 30 years. Then all the craziness that surrounded the whole pandemic thing, I was like, I'm done with this, don't want to mess with it. I'm going to open up a record store. So that's what I did. It took me about 6 months to get the store open. And a month exactly from the day I opened in Kenner, Hurricane Ida came through and destroyed my shop.
Oh, wow.
So I lost half my inventory. I was looking at Natchitoches and I saw there was a college here, but there was no record shop.
Right.
And to me, that's kind of symbiotic. You know, you always have, every college town you go to, there's either one record shop or a bunch of record shops. So we came up here, we got here November 1st, and we had the shop open by December 1st.
Really?
Really. It took 2 weeks to unload everything in the house and 2 weeks to get everything set up.
Wow.
And we just went ahead and did it because everybody was telling me, he's like, make sure you open by December.
Right, right. For Christmas time, Christmas festival, the whole season.
I didn't really grasp that.
Right.
And I was like,
you get it now, I bet.
Oh, I get it now. No, it's been great. You know, it's a smaller community here. And that's one of the big things I like about Natchitoches. That's what I like about it. Because, you know, there's so many characters here in this town.
Yeah, that's the truth.
And they kind of hang out here. But I do it. But again, that's a unintended consequence, and I'm happy it happened.
Yeah. And we've met and we've connected over our obsession of the Beatles.
I wouldn't say obsession.
What would you call it then?
All right, obsession.
Yeah, obsession. There's one thing you don't know about me that you'll learn is I'm obsessed with the Beatles.
Yeah.
And then I've met another who is. And we've connected over that. Now, I would say I'm at this level, you're at this level.
Well, when it comes to the records especially,
yes.
That's just like, okay, you got to get this one, you got to get this one, don't waste your money on that.
Yes, you've taught me so much about the records and the world of records and printing, and get this print from this place is better than this print from this, that I never even knew existed.
Well, another thing that I like to do, I like to help educate people with the record collecting thing. Because sometimes people just pay way too much. I mean, especially with the Beatles. There was millions of those records made.
Yeah.
Now, if you have a Beatles record that is scratched up, it's got I Love John Paul or whatever on it, there's no value to that.
Right.
I mean, if you just want to play it and listen to it, that's fine. But as far as when people start paying a lot of money for stuff that you shouldn't, you know, that's what I want to do. I want to help protect people from that situation. Because that happened to me when I was a kid. You know, I started collecting records when I was 12 years old. So this is before the internet. You know, I was dealing with like Gold Mine magazine and writing off for catalogs in the back of it, or going to like antique shops or record shops, and not knowing what I was doing, people took advantage of me.
Yeah, yeah.
So that's one of my biggest things is I like to help people navigate all the silly stuff that turns people off from record collecting.
Yeah.
Everything from the quality of the record player to the quality of the records. You know, there's a price and a limit that people should pay, and I want to make sure that they know that.
Well, I think that's something that's so cool, because before we even became friends, before we even got to know each other, when I was just a random guy walking in here, coming in, it was an education. You weren't just like, oh yeah, there's that record here by, whatever. You would explain to me, well, if you're looking at this, you might want to look at da 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 da, because yet again, you, as I already said, you went into the detail of the printing and the history of it. I mean, you come in here and you get an education, not just walk in and buy something and leave. You're very engaging, and I mean, it's the whole
knowledge is power thing,
right?
And it's very important, and it's like, that's part of my joy, especially these younger kids that are getting in the records, or vinyls, as they call them. And the plural of vinyl is vinyl. Remember that?
Oh, not vinyls?
No, don't.
See, education.
Yes,
is power. And I've seen people lined up down the street. You'll have record release events, right?
Oh yeah, we have Record Store Day. That I've had a lot of responses for that one. I think it's the most responses I've received about all the Record Store Day releases.
Yeah.
And we try to make fun of it. We've had bands out here. We've had food trucks out here. We like hand out goodies to the kids that are standing in the line, because we've had people that have come from Baton Rouge, Opelousas, East Texas, even Lafayette. And
wow.
One of the cool things about the Record Store Day, some record shops don't like it because is it a hassle? Absolutely. But when you got all these folks that are hanging out and you show up, at your shop in the morning, there's a line going all the way down to the end of the street.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
And the sense of community that's involved with that makes it enjoyable.
So show me some cool things you got. Show me some cool things you want to show off.
One of the things when it comes to Beatle collecting.
Oh yeah.
Let's make sure.
The Butcher album.
The Butcher cover. Initially released in 1966, this was kind of like a hodgepodge of different songs that Capitol Records put together. So the Beatles, somebody in their camp submitted this photo for the record cover.
Very bizarre.
And for 1966, this is a little risque. Compared to nowadays, it's nothing at all. So they sent these out to radio stations and record shops, and everybody's like, hey, I think baby doll pieces and meat and stuff like that's really not a good idea. So Capitol Records recalled them all back. And then they pasted another cover on top of it called the trunk cover. And so people started seeing there was something like what you can tell is right here, that V-neck from Ringo. That's how you could tell you had a Butcher cover.
You could see it
underneath it. It's called the V-neck or triangle or whatever. So people started steaming them off. Now, when they steamed them off, sometimes it worked, sometimes it didn't. This is actually a really good cover.
Yes.
It's what they call a third state Butcher cover. So you'll see some, tears here and there and some pieces of the initial cover and glue right there and there.
Yeah.
So these are highly, highly collectible. With the advent of the internet, they're not as rare as they used to be. It's like everything else. But good quality copies is what people are looking for. And the value's in the sleeve, not necessarily the record. So this is a really cool thing to have. The stereo one, it was a lot more rare than the mono copies. Because back in the day, you had mono and stereo. So this is the one, people are usually looking for. In the better condition, the higher the dollar.
Right.
And if you've got a first state stereo Butcher cover, they go up to $40,000.
Oh my gosh, really?
Ridiculous amounts.
What, jeez.
Yeah.
Wow.
But not only do I deal with the memorabilia and the records, I also deal with the audio stuff.
Right.
I'm an audiophile, I will admit it, but I'm not like the others. So I do offer everything from stereo cartridges, vacuum tubes, record cleaning supplies, reel-to-reel tape, blank reel-to-reel tapes, chrome cassettes, stuff like that. That's a little more hard to get.
Yeah.
And I would say with all this, that's probably maybe less than 5% of my clientele are looking for this.
And then you got behind us here, you got all kind of equipment, audio equipment, you got instruments.
Yes, I do consignment and I do some straight sales here. So this is what's left of the equipment I had. So we got everything from amplifiers, guitars, basses, and then I've also got stereo equipment. I've got everything from a Macintosh, I've got Kenwood, I've got some Pioneers that are going to be coming in soon. I just sold a bunch of receivers, so I got some more coming and some more speakers as well. But, and what I like to do when it comes to that is educate people in that aspect of it. Some pieces of equipment, they're popular, but they might not be the quality that's worth, the price people are asking.
And not just the equipment, you make sure they work, they're clean, everything. You clean the records too, every record that comes to the store.
Yeah, I've got a record cleaning machine that we got right over here, and that thing works double duty.
Right.
Basically what you do is you put your record on here, and you put your little clamp on it, and as it's spinning around, you spray the solution on it. And this is the little vacuum wand, and I do that for every record that comes in here. Because, I mean, it's, like I said before, records are great, but when they sound the best they possibly can, they're even better.
Yeah, that's a good quote. That's a good quote.
These are a lot of rare titles that are harder to come across. Like over here, again, back in 1966, where everybody's getting wild, you have the Mamas and Papas that put out their first album. It initially came out with a toilet on the cover, and everybody got offended by it. So they pulled them all. I mean, it's no, babies and chunks of meat, but it's a toilet, and that was 1966. I've also got some more rare thing, like the original master recording of Led Zeppelin II.
Oh, geez.
That came out initially, and the band were like, we didn't say you could do that. So they canceled the production of it. So that's a harder title to come across. Dave Chappelle's Block Party. And this was released when vinyl was hardly ever pressed for anything. So that's another rare title. And then I've got some really rare stuff, such as Madcliff. You know who Madcliff is?
Nope.
Neither do I. That was pretty much a tax write-off album. Some company made it. It was like disco stuff.
And then you got the posters back here too. What is something to showcase, I think?
The posters, these were original Avalon Ballroom posters from the 67, 68 period. And I've got everything from Jefferson Airplane, Grateful Dead, Blue Cheer. I've got Big Brother and the Holding Company. I got Moby Grape, Canned Heat, stuff like that. And these were all original handbills that were put out.
And Laughing Sam's.
Of course.
Y'all sell your posters. Y'all sell T-shirts.
We sell T-shirts. I was selling posters for a while. And then we've got a little bit of everything. And
stickers.
For our latest T-shirt, had a lot of people's like, you got a lot of weird people that hang out in your shop. So on the back, I put it's okay to be weird.
That's awesome.
It's really cool.
And you got your rooms back here.
Come on in. We got a bunch of different other rooms. We also sell posters. We have them on a wall, and basically people say, hey, I want the Johnny Cash or I want the Smiths or whatever. We got them rolled up behind the counter. And I like to have a little variety of different things. I mean, we're just getting through Mardi Gras, so I got some Mardi Gras music that's left over, but I got everything from Carole King, Youngblood, Faster Pussycat. I've got somewhat of a system. So, this is your pop and rock. I got jazz, I got country. And if you look over here, I've got everything from soundtracks to various artists, Christmas records, and everything from the classics as far as the Phil Spector to the more obscure stuff. Let's see if I got it. Like Punk Rock Christmas or Dean Martin or Stax Records or Frosty the Snowman to originals and reissues of classic country titles such as Dolly Parton. And it's fun. I mean, a lot of the record labels have kind of gotten their act together now to where a lot of the records that they're making now sound a lot better than they did, say, 10, 15 years ago. Because you've got a lot of audiophiles that will tell them, hey, this sucks.
Yeah.
So they're starting to get things right, and they're starting to sound a lot better.
We love this place. We love St. Denis Street. We love Laughing Sam's. We love our community. And at the Harrington Law Firm, if you need any legal advice, call us. If you need music advice, you know where to come, and it's here at Laughing Sam's.